right, these 11 a.m. sessions are holding together pretty good. That's good to see that we're maintaining our people. So I guess we're all in need of love, connection, and support. So that's awesome. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hey, Pam. Hey, Pamela Dean. On days you struggle with this life, physically, mentally, financially, or emotionally, never let the devil put a period where God put a comma. A period means it's the end, where the comma means it's a pause. The last scene of your story could change the entire view of your history. It's not just history, but his story. I like that, his story, because God wrote the script. Thank you for ministering to us all today, Pamela. That's a good one. I like that. Outstanding. Hello, Sandra Farmer. I had you on my heart today. I'm glad that you're here. I actually was thinking about you before class and wondering how you were doing. Does a scoop of pre-workout break a fast? It does, assuming that it has macronutrients in it. If you want to post the protein, carbohydrates, and fat grams, I'll let you know for sure. But almost all of those will break a fast. Hello. Hey, Melinda. Got a few people with us on Facebook. We've got Karen and Susan and Darla and a few others. Hey, everybody on Facebook. And they're still coming in the Zoom room. Good to have everybody. I think we had 100 a couple of days ago, 100 folks. Awesome. Good morning. Yeah. Hope everybody, hey Tabitha, hope everybody that is in the 4-week classes, are y'all enjoying, those of you that are in the evening 4-week classes, are y'all getting anything out of that? Yeah, my eye's better. I did get over here, it's reverse on the camera. I did get knocked in the eye, but yeah, I'd rather have that than the eye allergy stuff going on. So yeah, my eyes are better. Thank you. So y'all are enjoying that? Good, Lisa. Good. I hope you'll enjoy the 4-week series. We're starting a new one almost every week, as long as there's enough people to fill the classes. And then we'll be starting as soon as we get these 80, 90 people out of the 4-week classes. We'll be starting some intermediate and advanced 4-week classes. So really a real cultural shift here with our online program. Leah says, had a holiday Saturday and still paying for it on the scale. See, it's Tuesday. We should be able to get that off by now. So, Liz, are you sticking with the red column? And that's something we can talk about today if everybody would like to. How long it takes to rebound from a holiday. I've been doing this 20 years, so if you had one holiday and you still haven't rebounded, we probably need to take a look at that together and talk about it. By now, you should have rebounded and be back to the weight you were before that holiday. Thanks for sharing. That's something we can unpack later if y'all want to. Darla, prayers for you. I see that you're going through some health troubles there. All right, let's get started. My name's Travis. I've lost over 100 pounds with this lifestyle, and I've come off all prescription medications. It's been the honor of a lifetime to share this lifestyle with tens of thousands of other people. Our members have self-reported more than 4 million pounds lost and more than 7 million inches lost. And that's amazing. So all we know to do is to bow our unworthy head and give Jesus the praise for it all. Just to look back, all the times I wanted to quit, and God would make a way. And here we are today, so many years later, still getting to work on ourselves and then to share the journey with other people. This truly is, Shibboleth truly is friends helping friends. That's what we are. Brothers and sisters helping one another. And it's an honor. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We've got 3 types of members here. We've got our free community members. We've got our lifetime members and we've got our partners. If you're a free community member, you're just as important to us as the lifetime members and partners. We all are of the same mind and same accord. We just want to see lives saved and Jesus get the glory for it. We do have lifetime members and partners that we want to thank, because without you, we would not be able to do this. It would be impossible. I would be doing a one-on-one personal training and trying to make a living instead of ministering. So thank you for providing our team members. We could not, their willing heart and your donations, that we're a donation-based ministry, basically. It has really, it's awesome to get up every day and do this for the right reason. So I want to thank my team, but thank the lifetime members and partners for providing me a team to support this vision that God sowed in our hearts so many years ago. Thank you all for what you do. Quick recognition, new partners. We had some new partners, Rebecca Jaredis and Amanda Lingerfeld. Thank y'all so much for becoming new partners. And again, thank you to all of our partners. And I hope that you will enjoy the partner perks. We've released a couple of them so far. I know Sasha's in there working on that exercise one now because some folks have asked for some changes in it. But we work really hard, and we're going to keep working hard to give more than we receive. So thank you, partners. We appreciate you. You have no idea all the things that Sasha's working on for our great partners. So thank you, Rebecca and Amanda. The weight loss yesterday, 100 pounds. Our members lost 100 pounds just yesterday. The average per person that self-reported was 1.52 pounds for one day. That's ridiculous. So number of badges earned yesterday, 47 merit badges earned yesterday. We had 4 people lose their first 10 pounds, get their 10-pound badge. Cherie Harrington, Andy Calvert, Carol Davids, Brooke Mullins. Congratulations. 25 people lost their first 25 pounds. Lee Smith, Dana, I'm going to say Dana. I'm afraid to try to pronounce your last name. Vicki Davis and Richard Flickinger. Dana, you correct me at some point or give me the phonics on that, and I will pronounce that. But great job, y'all. 8 fast track badges, and we had 2 people earn the 21 perfect day in a row badge. We call it the self-mastery badge. Teresa McCutcheon and Dawn Huey. Amazing job. Way to go, everybody. That's good stuff. Praise God. Outstanding. All right. We've got first 126, so I feel like it will be harder to get back because I lost the 2 pounds I picked up from a recent holiday. Good stuff. All right. So since that's the thing on your mind, please start asking your questions. This is a supplemental session. It's meant to supplement your fast track education, the fast track videos. We go through the fast track videos, and then we take the test, pass the test, and earn our fast track badge. And you'll lose so much more weight if you'll do that, if you'll do things right. A thing that begins right will end right. So please earn that fast track badge. These live sessions, if you haven't got that underlying understanding of our program, don't know how much you'll get out of these sessions, because we'll be answering questions that are in relationship to insulin control and food combinations. And without that underlying education, you may leave confused. You're welcome to be here, but I don't want you leaving and saying the program's too hard. It's really an easy program, but it's very important that we lay the right foundation. Jesus Christ first, then Shibboleth, okay? And we'll all do great. These are supplemental sessions meant to help you, based upon your unique situation and goals, move forward with the program and keep progressing. So please ask your questions. One of the things that seems to be on the hearts and minds of the people is how quick can I get back to my pre-holiday weight? So anytime we have a holiday or a hog trough day, as we call them around here, a blow it day, anytime we do that, we're overindulging in calories. We're in a calorie surplus. your weight will go up wildly, but all of that won't be fat. Most of that weight is going to be water that's attached to glycogen molecules, giving you a temporary huge weight gain, seemingly huge. You could gain 1 pound, you can gain 4 pounds, you can be like me on a hog trough day and gain 8 pounds. So how do we correct that? If we just get back to having perfect days, does anybody know how many perfect days it takes to get back to your pre-holiday weight? 2 days. So on the third morning, you should be back to your holiday weight if you truly had perfect days. Now, you can get back there in 1 day. You can get back there in 1 day, but you got to do something like a wow challenge with a lot of steps, because we've got to burn off that extra glycogen that got stored. And as we burn the glycogen, it drops the water molecules too. There's more than 8 pounds in 1 gallon of water. So, it's easy to see these crazy weight fluctuations when you're gaining and losing water. But if you're consistently following our program, you're always losing fat, even if it's kind of getting masked, except for on your holidays. So just be mindful of that. If you want to get back to your pre-holiday weight after only 1 day, we got to do a wow challenge coupled with at least 15,000 steps, or we've got to do red column eating, 3 or less eating episodes, and do 15,000 steps. Or you could even try a Tiger 16 or Tiger 24, Tiger 36 day. Those will get that weight right off too. So it's nothing to get upset about once you understand that you're in this forever. People ask me all the time, if I quit your program, will I gain my weight back after I lose it? Yes, unless you go to some other program that works. If you go back to your old eating behaviors, you're going to gain the weight back. So you need a practical, sustainable, fun approach that you can do forever. If Shibboleth isn't going to be your forever program, so you shouldn't judge that until you spend a month with us doing things right. So you spend 1 month with us doing things right, and if you see that you can't sustain this, then you need to get away from Shibboleth. It's just, you've got to have a lifestyle that's practical, sustainable, and enjoyable, or you won't stick to it. And we try to make Shibboleth just that. So, don't worry about when you have an allowed holiday. How many holidays do we get in 1 month? Always bears repeating. 6. Is that enough? If we've been battling obesity our entire life, but yet we work hard and we can take 6 days off a month, is that a good deal? I believe it is. Now watch this. This gets insane. What about when we reach our ideal weight? Like I reached my ideal weight some time ago. I can have how many? 12. So think about this. I dealt with obesity half my life and the unintended consequences of obesity. But now I can, Monday through Thursday, I can work hard. I can stay true to the program. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, take off. And then I can get right back on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, drop that weight, and then again, enjoy the week if I want to. I've gotten y'all where I don't even enjoy doing that. I might take a challah meal or 2 a week because I never feel good after a challah meal. So I'm just throwing that out there to get you to think it's not diet. The first 3 letters of the word diet spelled die. Anything you start with and don't stay with forever is a waste of your time. This has got to be your creed, your ethos. Looking for questions. Top gun question from Chona. We process our own meat, cows and chickens. What is the general rule for calorie counting that meat? You need to look that up in some sort of calorie counter. They're all going to be pretty accurate. So if you're talking about 4 ounces of beef, you're usually looking at about 200 to 300 calories. If you're looking at 4 ounces of chicken breast, you're usually looking at 100 to 200 calories. If you're a calorie counter, but we don't have to, especially in your situation where you're raising your own cattle and your own chicken. Wow, you've got it made. Why would you ever count a calorie when you're eating so clean? Just use your plate. So if I put chicken breast on half that plate, or steak on half that plate, man, that is ideal. You got an ideal situation going on there. You should never have to count calories. Processed meat, you might need to count calories, but you're talking about, that God has provided. So if we just control our portion, no need to count calories. We need to do some what do they call that? Not ancient living, but I forget what they call it, ancestral living. They didn't count calories back then. They worked hard, and then they raised their own veggies, and they raised their own animals, or they went hunting or whatever. But you don't have to count calories. You've got an ideal situation. All of your red meat's going to be a category 4. Your white meat, chicken, white meat, turkey, that's going to be a category 1. Dark meat chicken, dark meat turkey, that's going to be a category 4. My goal is to get my journal caught up and stay with it. Does earning badges come from that information? It does. Yeah, most of your badge earning comes from your journal and you posting your measurements and your videos, watching your videos. So when you watch a video and mark that you've completed it, you get badges for that sort of thing after enough videos have been watched. And what we know, as I showed and demonstrated to one of my groups last night, is that the more you engage with the videos, the classes, the journal, the more merit badges you earn, the more weight you lose. And it's crazy, the difference. Suzette, you and I are probably saying the same thing. Suzette says, so 3 days isn't a big thing. Isn't that the way EFB occurs, 3 days? No, on the 3rd day. So we may just be saying it differently. So you've got day 1, like on Monday. All right, Monday's 1 day. So let's say I'm starting the program. Monday's a perfect day. And then Tuesday, perfect day. So as soon as that 2nd day is ended, at the top part of the 3rd day, I'm in efficient fat burning. So you could say at the close of your 2nd day or at the beginning of your 3rd day, however you want to say that. I don't want anybody to think after 3 days you get in efficient fat burning. Some of us can get in efficient fat burning mode after 1 perfect day, depending on how many steps we got in, etc. But I like to go with the facts, and I like to be hard on us. So I like to treat myself as though it takes 2 full days, perfect days, following the rules, to get back in efficient fat burning. Yeah, if it's taking you 4 days or more to get back to your 1 holiday, if you had 2 holidays, it's going to take at least that long or double that. So if you have 2 holidays, if you're on vacation and you have 2 holidays in a row, you can expect 2 to 4 days to get back to your pre-holiday weight, assuming those holidays were really robust. You went for it. I mean, you really let your hair down, took a break. You're really eating a ton of food. Then it could take 2 to 4 days. If it's taking you 4 days after 1 holiday, I'd get somebody to look at the journal. That shouldn't be happening. So you may be really loosey-goosey, willy-nilly. I'm not saying you are. I got a friend who uses that word. She says willy-nilly. She'll say, Travis, I've been willy-nilly with the program. So if you're doing it perfect days kind of willy-nilly, then it will take a lot longer than what I'm suggesting. Yeah, Suzette, I don't like to take 12 either, but I know from being the human guinea pig around here that if all of my perfect days, if during a month, if I have 18 perfect days, really perfect, not willy-nilly, really perfect days, and I work hard 18 days a month, I can eat whatever I want 12 days a month. And if anything, I still lose a little bit. It's crazy how that works, but most time it's maintenance. What happens to me, I start gaining when I have my 12 holidays, plus my other 18 days are willy-nilly. That's when I have a problem. And then I have a rule that I live by. It's up to us to have rules that we're willing to live by. Values and rules that we won't live by are not values and rules. So I have a rule. Once I gain 10 pounds over my ideal weight, then I drop it like it's hot. It's all on, no hollow meals, no holidays. It's the strictest part of the program, Tiger 16 or Lion or Shark days, because I'm getting that 10 off. And then that'll buy me another 2 or 3 months to loosen up. So it's just a game. Once you get to maintenance, it's just a fun game. Keep things interesting. Beautiful breakfast, Diane. 2 eggs, 2 slices of approved bacon, and 1 slice of approved toast is a 2 + 4 + condiment. Pamela says, if we think about the cross versus the creator or God versus the grave, guess who gave up? If God never tapped out, we shouldn't either. I love it. Oh, death, where's thy sting? Oh, grave, where's thy victory? They have none over us. I got you, Shona. Okay, please forgive me. And again, I'm pronouncing names wrong. I'm so sorry. I get it. There's so much going on. I need rest. But anyway, you're right. And I didn't know that. It's hard for me to remember who all was doing what challenge. So you're right. You will need to count calories. So yeah, I would count 4 ounces of your beef. Let's say 240 calories, 4 ounces of beef. Just some's going to be leaner, some's going to be fattier. So about 240 calories per 4 ounces, and count your chicken breast, the white meat part, at about 120 calories per 4 ounces. No, Dina, I send out your max test. You will do your max test, okay? And then you'll use the progression feature. But I don't know what your max test is. I would have to do one-on-one training to keep up, to give you individualized programming. That would be impossible for me to do without charging an arm and a leg to do it. So what I'm doing is I'm sending you, Sasha and I are doing the workouts too, but it's based upon our progression. We did our max test, and then you see the number of push-ups, the number of air squats. You see all that. It's up to you to perform the prescription, the T-scription that the progression chart is showing you. What I'm sent out Monday, sent out today, what I'm sending out is for a beginner based on their day 1, day 2, which says, here's the stretch routine we should engage in, and here's the exercises for the day. So what I'm trying to do is give you a nudge to get your exercises in with that email that I'm sending out to partners. So there'd be no way for me to take the time to go into each individual's account, figure out where they are, and program them a private workout. We used to offer that, and I really felt so bad charging people, but it takes me so far away from Shibboleth that the Shibboleth program begins to diminish, go down. It's hard enough to keep it going as it is. If my time is engaged with one-on-one stuff, and charging a fee just isn't in my heart. So yeah, I'm doing the best I can based upon what we taught y'all Saturday to send you exercises that matter. So for example, today's email, it said, here's your stretch routine that we went over Saturday. And then it says your 3 exercises that we're requesting of you today is your air squats, your lower body shouldn't be too sore from yesterday, and your leg raises to work the lower abdomen today. And then suggested, but not mandatory, was burpees. So that was the suggestion. Now, when you go into your account, when you click on air squats, you should have already done your max test, and it'll say, here's your workout for today. So if you did yesterday's workout, that was personal to you based upon your max test, and you should have completed that as it was. And today, when you go in there, you should be on workout 2. So it is personalized, but it's based on a formula. Andy, we're a lot of questions about Top Gun. It seems there's some confusion. I thought we had to count calories to make sure we don't go past the bottom deck for Top Gun. So right now we're not in a Top Gun setting, right? So if I was in the Top Gun class, I would have understood that. But see, I'm not doing Top Gun right now. I'm doing an open class for all members. So the more information I get, the better able I can answer, because most people here aren't doing Top Gun. So what I was talking about is our lifestyle. Within our lifestyle, we don't count calories. You can, and a lot of people do, but it's not a part of our program. We don't know that the vast majority of people would be consistent and willing to calorie count. And then when they do, they typically do it wrong. They underestimate their calories. So we like to go by our Shibboleth shield. Follow the Shibboleth shield rules. Every one of them, that's a perfect day. There's no calorie counting within that shield. Now, Top Gun, what we said to people was that it would be really good if, as you're earning your eating episodes, you don't go over a certain calorie range, because you're going to be giving max effort for 2 weeks. You're going to be giving. We don't do that with the lifestyle. The lifestyle is about living, about enjoying our food, about shopping at the local grocery store, about combining foods right. When we do a challenge, it's when people have kind of gotten bored and we're trying to shake them and really push them and give them a challenge. So you've got not lifestyle rules in Top Gun, you've got challenge rules. And as one of the things we said, hey, if you're earning the 3 eating episodes, don't go over your personal calorie number. So I didn't know that her question was about Top Gun. I thought we were in a lifestyle class setting. Sorry about that. Chicken breast and radish, garlic, rosemary potatoes, radish mock potatoes. That's a 1+2. Beautiful exercise on a plate. Hey, Michelle, glad to have you. Wish you could come more. What's a good approximate size for, say, chicken? 4 ounces, James. You being a guy, if you want to give me your height and weight, I'll tell you what's optimal for you. We like to give ranges. So for women, it's 2 to 6 ounces. For men, it's 2 to 8 ounces. But if you share with me your height and weight and your ideal weight, your goal weight, I can tell you what would be optimal for you during your weight loss phase in the ounces of meat. Yeah, Dina, reach out to Sasha or Joni. You should be getting that email. It went out to all of our partners. And as usual, we continue to have a problem with social media due to the words that we use that are picked upon, Jesus and faith, and not faith, but Jesus and fat loss and things like that. I've gotten temporarily banned from Facebook a few times for the word fat. I never know why. Sometimes I get away with it, sometimes I don't. So Facebook's a tough place for us to navigate. And then now email too. So it's just certain words that automatically put you in spam folders. So just check your spam. Then if you still don't have it, reach out to Sasha or Joni and get that. Suzette, I'm struggling trying to figure out how to make things work with school starting and life getting crazy busy. I'm looking at crock pot and Instapot meals. I like my last meal by 5. I'm considering cooking supper, but not eating it until lunch the following day. We do that all the time. Then doing supper, a small meal, maybe even a power crunch or a wrap for the 5 p.m. meals. Any suggestions? It's just living life. I'm certain that we could all come up with suggestions for you. And really, it's probably more that you just need that somebody to hold your hand and say, let's do it this way. But it sounds like you've got a good plan. I'd have to look at everything, though. So this is always a slippery slope for me because I don't know what you're eating earlier in the day. What we need to do is follow the Shibboleth shield. And then when we become resourceful, we will become more resourceful when we've got goals that we're serious about. When we don't have goals that we're serious about, then things begin to be fuzzy, right? And two, another thing that we do, we put ourselves last. We all put ourselves last. And, everything's got to happen today except for me, right? And that's kind of what you're saying. I got so much to do. How am I going to fit it in? How am I going to just relax, exhale, and just look. When are you hungry? When do you enjoy your eating episodes the most? Like for me, I'm not a big morning eater. I prefer to eat lunch and dinner. So I just eat 2 eating episodes. I don't have to eat a Power Crunch bar for dinner at 5 or 6 o'clock. I can have a robust approved meal in combination. There's so much there to unpack. I would love to be able to work with you one-on-one and say, here's what you should do. But you've got so much going on there. There would be a lot more to unpack before I could tell you what you should do optimally. But it looks like you've got a good plan. You're preparing your meals, crock pot, Instant Pot meals. That's a good way to prepare up quite a bit of food and freeze it or put it in the fridge. Sasha and I, we do this. We like to meal prep on Sunday and on Wednesday. So Sunday, I usually get out the grill and we grill up a bunch of meat and veggies. And then we've got it for Monday. We got it for Sunday night, and we got it for Monday and Tuesday. And then we do the process again on Wednesday. We meal prep for the next couple of days. And Sasha does a lot of crock pot stuff. She makes huge portions of the stuff, and then she'll put it in a container, and we've got it there in the fridge, and we pull it out and nuke it, and we're ready to go. So I wish we could talk more about that. But it sounds like you've got a good plan. Let's reread that. You're looking at doing crock pot and Instant Pot meals, Shibboleth approved recipes in a portion control container. Good. And then you don't want to eat heavy at 5. Okay. So you could pull out something that you had pre-prepared in your crock pot or Instant Pot, put that on a portion control plate. You could do that. Or you could just have a Power Crunch bar. Now, see, that may be your thing, but that's not my thing. I do not like to have meal replacements for my dinner. I like a robust dinner that something I can chew on that fits on a portion control plate. I like my Travis spaghetti, my unstuffed cabbage rolls. Last night, meatballs, and I had meatballs and quinoa. It was a frozen meal that I had ordered, but it was still something to chew on, not just a Power Crunch bar. For me, a Power Crunch bar is something I might have for lunch, but you might want to do it different. It doesn't matter. You get up to 3 eating episodes a day, and those eating episodes, if they're approved, you're on your way. Just make sure they're approved. Mary says, I'm up 2 pounds today. I know it's water weight because I can feel the pain. Is there any specific day or food or I can use to get rid of it today? You follow the system, Miss Mary. You just follow the system. That's all you've got to do. Now, I don't know if you are or not, but you've got to follow the system. So you gain 2 pounds and you want that 2 pounds off, okay? So we got to follow the system, perfect days. So up to 3 eating episodes, very small, that fit on a portion plate. If you want to make sure that you get that water weight off, don't eat any category 3s or 5s if you want the water weight off. That's not fat, that's water. Consistency with the program rules the day. Very hard to get someone consistent. Let me give you an example of somebody consistent, Tabitha Rogers. She's very consistent, you see. So she doesn't worry about 2 pounds today. She worries about getting off 15 for the month. And that's what I want everybody to start doing. I want you to rely more on that weekly timing chart. What does that mean? The time that you spend in efficient fat burning following the rules. If you self-report perfect day or holiday the right way, you can trust your weekly timing chart, Mary. So that 2 pounds, if it's really messing with you, you got to drop the category 3s, drop the category 5s, and try not to eat after sunset, and then try to get some steps. If you're sweating, you're getting rid of the water molecules that are attached to the glycogen. Joy says, I received the exercise program. Do I have to do that every day? No. I want you to, but we're all adults. So it's kind of like my jiu-jitsu coach, okay? He says, Travis, I want you to drill over and over and over knee and elbow escape. He said, so outside of practice, I want you to do at least 1,000 knee and elbow escapes every week. So I don't do them. I guess I don't want it bad enough, right? So I'm an adult. He told me what I should do, and I don't do it. If I want my jiu-jitsu game to get better, I need to drill knee to elbow escapes over and over and over and over, and I need to do that every single day. And I haven't been doing that lately. I'd get better at it if I did it. So that is my intent with the homework, is to say, this is a good place for you to start. This is what you should try to do. But do you have to do it all? You know, we don't have to do anything. What's that old saying? Die and pay taxes. And I guess you can even flee from paying taxes if you don't get caught. You might be safe. I don't know. But the only thing that's sure in this life is death. That's it. So you don't have to do anything you don't want to. You don't ever have to have a perfect day. You don't ever have to do a single exercise. But if I send it to you, it is a suggestion that, hey, if you do this and you do it consistently, you're going to get better and better and better. And I'm sending some really boring stuff. You know why? Because when I send the hard stuff, people sure don't do it. So what I'm sending is the easiest stuff imaginable. And it's just up to you, Joy, and based upon your goals, and do you want to achieve those goals? So do you want your upper body to be stronger and toner? Do you want your lower body to be stronger and toner? Do you want your abdominals to be more stabilized, stronger and toner? Do you want those things? So one workout per week. Listen, this might help somebody. One strength training workout per week doesn't do very much but give you a feel-good hormone release. You're not really doing much good. 2 strength training workouts a week ain't much better. 3 strength training workouts a week, you will maintain your current fit level. 4 strength training sessions a week, you will begin to get a little stronger. 5 strength trainings a week, you'll get stronger much faster. And 6 strength training workouts per week, you will really blow your own mind how strong and toned you get, giving consistency week after week after week after week with one day off a week. So it's up to you. Does that help, Joy? So let's say that you want to get stronger. So you got to give me 4 a week. You got to give me at least 4 sessions a week, okay? And if you just want to maintain your current fit level, give me 3. So you wouldn't have to do it every day. Hope that makes sense. Sarah says the devil is at work. Always. Between so-called friends and family, it gets frustrating that they just don't get it no matter how you tell about the program. It's supported by physicians that many people are able to come off meds for chronic conditions. Praying is all I know to do and keep living the life in front of us. That's all you can do. And realizing that they're really not your concern. All you can do is do this for you, and hopefully it will make you a more joyful, more happy person. And given a year or 2 or 3 or 4, some of those family members will want to join you. It can be incredibly frustrating. Sometimes we feel like they're not supporting us because they're not doing it. They don't have to do this. They don't owe us anything. I've got children that don't do this, and some are struggling because they don't do this. But that's okay. They don't owe me anything, and I don't owe them. I don't owe them stopping this any more than they owe me starting this. All I can do is live my best life and try to take care of my temple and do it with joy and enthusiasm. And maybe, just maybe, they come and go with me. But if they don't, that's on them. And I believe that's a better way to look at it rather than, and I'm not saying you do, I'm talking to everybody because I get this a lot. They'll say, Travis, my family's not supportive of me. And what they really mean is the family's not doing it with them, or the family's not celebrating them. They don't owe us that, y'all. They don't owe us that. So I do it for my reasons or none at all. I do this for me. The side benefit is that Sasha is proud of me. I hope that my children are proud of their about to be 52-year-old daddy. That's all a side item. But would I do this if I was on an island all by myself and nobody could ever recognize me, or I couldn't win anybody over to the program? Would I do this and live this on a deserted island all by myself? Yes. Yes, I sure would. It's like a friend of mine asked me one time, said, we were talking about your soulmate. And she said she was a lawyer from California, and she was talking about soulmates. And I said, well, how do you know? How do you figure all that out? And I was divorced at the time, and she said, here's how you know. She said, if you had to go to a deserted island and you could never be or see anyone else again, ever, never, never, who's the one person that you would spend your life with and be happy to spend your life with on that island if it's just you and her? And who would that person be? When you find them, that's the one. And I thought, well, I love my mama, I love my daddy, but I wouldn't want to spend they wouldn't me either. But, that, again, Sasha and I cut up about that all the time. And if I had to be on a deserted island with anybody but her, I'd rather just be alone. So I said all that to say the wellness journey is not one that's lonely, if you look at it right, but it is full of solitude moments of solitude, because people are not going to celebrate. They're too interested in celebrating themselves and supporting themselves. And you have to be too, to a degree. That didn't answer the question. That may not have been helpful for anyone, but I just see so many people knocked out of the program that quit the program after great success because none of their family or friends did it with them. I prep meat that is versatile. Last week I did a pork butt in the pressure cooker, category 4. That way we could have wraps, salads, sandwiches. So same meat in a variety of ways to avoid burnout. Perfect. We do that too, Jitterbug. Sasha and I do that a lot. We repurpose stuff all the time. One of my favorite is when she makes approved Travis spaghetti. And we've got a lot of meat sauce left over, and then I'll put it over a salad the next day, instead of noodles. So, yeah, we like to repurpose that way, too. I wish there was a reminder in the website instead of email, because I get so much junk in my email that I forget to look most days. Pamela, I'll look into that for you, okay? Give me some time. It costs us money to add stuff, but we'll do anything for our partners. Give me some time to look into that. I'm going to screenshot your request, and we'll see what we can do. One of the reasons we quit putting stuff on the website, darn it, people won't come to the website unless I go to them first. I have to text and I have to email to get them to come to it. Hopefully that's a good sign, Pamela, that you're going to the website without being pushed to it. But I can't even get people to the website. People are so distracted unless I send a text or an email. But I'll look into that for you. We'll have it 3 ways: text, email, and on the website. Kim Dankey, been a while. Good to have you. Says, I do this on my own with Shibboleth members. Same here. It's, when I started my journey, it was a lonesome one. Nobody wanted any part of this when I started, before it was even a program I taught. Nobody wanted any part of it. And boy, that journey got much more interesting once I started teaching, and I found so many like-minded people to travel with. There's a saying that you can't choose your family, okay? You can't choose them, can't necessarily get away from them, but you can choose your peer group. So I'm so thankful for this community, like Kim is suggesting. I'm thankful that I've got people to travel with that are like-minded. I'm at that point where friends and family make statements, don't you think it's time to stop? My answer is no, never. You can't ever stop. I've not reached my goal weight, then you still shouldn't stop. This is when the devil is really working. He wants me to quit, but but isn't it God? Slow and steady, I will continue to improve my temple. Amen. I hope so. I hope so. The truth is the vast majority of people that lose their weight put it all back on in every program. And it's because they've got a goal in mind. When they reach the goal, they get willy-nilly, and they get sucked right back into our cultural issues that we have here in the States, where food it's idolatry. It's a form of idolatry now. That's all we think about. Yes, Kristen says you got to dig down and find your personal why. You have to. That's all that keeps me going is my why. That's it. I don't do this for anybody else but Travis. You know, I'll be honest with you. I get in trouble for being honest. I ought to keep my mouth shut. But when I started losing weight, I did it for revenge. It was revenge weight loss. I was wanting revenge on loved one who said I was a fat, ugly slob. And I wanted revenge on those boys that bullied me. I wanted revenge. I wanted revenge on a lot of people. That's not my motivator anymore. That was not a good motivator. But it got me started. Now my motivation is I want to live and eat unto God so that I might enjoy God's many benefits. Because if I draw nigh to God with my intentions, then God will draw nigh to me and bless me so abundantly. So I eat breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit, unless I don't eat breakfast or lunch, and then I just eat one meal for God the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. But when I do that with intentions in my heart, I don't have to tell you, I intend on eating today unto the Lord. The Lord searches my heart and knows my heart. And when I eat something it becomes an act of worship for me, I'm doing this in a disciplined way, and I'm praising God in my heart, and I'm not lamenting and mourning over what I can't have, and I'm focused on what I can have. God blesses me, y'all, and I believe He'll bless you too. Yeah, I think Kim Danke, now I may be wrong. Kim says there's a messaging system in the website, and there is indeed. And I may have misunderstood the question, as I often do in the rapid fire Q&A. But I think what she was referring to was the new partner exercise. And maybe we can have that show up under the messenger bell when it's ready to go. But I think she was referring to the Shibboleth partner only exercise homework. And it was emailed to them. I think is what she was talking about. Not sure. Sarah says, I'm getting a lot of shaming right now. I am pear-shaped, and all they see is my very small upper body. I know the truth and am working on that. Walking is my time to talk with God. They think I've lost my mind and tell me it can't be healthy for someone my age. So let's unpack that for everybody. So I've been called obsessed. I've been called insane. I've been told that I have body image issues. I've been told that I have an eating disorder. Now, I want you to stop and think about that. Because if you keep battling this, Sarah, everybody, please listen. If this is going to be an issue for us, where it really bothers us, hear me out. If it's going to be an issue for us and really bothers us, that people are calling us obsessed or telling us we look sick or we've taken this too far, if that's really going to bother us, we may as well quit now. You're going to hear it on an ongoing basis. And here's why. Look around you. What is the new norm? I'm going to ask y'all this, and I want you to type it. What is the new norm? Obesity or wellness? What's the new norm? Yeah. What's the new norm? Overindulgence or underindulgence? So you're setting yourself up for failure to want them to stop that. Listen, they're the ones that are crazy, not you. What is the definition of crazy? Let me ask you this. If I'm 300 pounds, I'm talking about me before anybody casts stones at me. If that happens to be you, I'm not talking about you. I was 300 pounds. Now, I was on depression medication, cholesterol medication, high blood pressure medication, acid reflux medication, had sleep apnea, and I'm still overindulging. Is that insane? It's like the guy in the Bible that he'd get close to the fire and he would oft cast himself in the fire. Does any of you Bible readers remember why this young fellow was throwing himself in the fire? Does anybody remember? What was wrong with it? Right. Possession, demon possession. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack from this. I know I have before. What you're dealing with is demon-possessed people. Any spirit that is a self-destructive spirit is a demonic influence. Sorry, it's a spirit. It's a demonic influence. I was possessed by a demonic influence trying to kill me. I wasn't living a moderate, temperate, balanced life. No, I had all these health problems, knew it was killing me, but I'd get close to the fire and throw myself in again. And it was only after I left the doctor. Now, how did I get rid of the demon possession? It was only after I left my late doctor, Dr. Brad Ward in Taylorsville. He said, "You're going to die. You're never going to see them kids grow up." And I pulled over in my car on Five Forks Road, and I said, "Jesus, you've got to help me." And the demon was cast out. It wasn't long ago. Travis, you get hoodoo. No, I just tell it like it is. It wasn't long ago that I was going through so much. I thought, we're going to go through another bankruptcy. I've got all these problems. I can't afford, I don't have any medical insurance. I can't get any meds for my back. I'm in real trouble here, and I'm going to start drinking. So I would drink, and it got to where it was a thing every day. It enslaved me. I was possessed. I wasn't a bad person. I was a high-functioning alcoholic. Travis, you hope not to say that I'm losing confidence in you. I don't really care. 100 years from now, ain't none of this going to matter. All it's going to matter is that I helped one person. Was I truthful and authentic, helped one person? You know how I had to get rid of that? I had to get on my knees and say, "God, you got to help me. I'm enslaved by this bottle of wine every day. I'm enslaved by it." And you know what? He helped me with that. Now I'm not enslaved any longer. Praise God. Bless the name of the Lord at all times. And I had to replace that void with something called prayer and meditation. So what we're talking about here is when people are attacking you, does demons attack people? Yes. You've got demonic influence attacking you, and the only way you can deal with it is say, "In the name of Jesus, get behind me, Satan." It's them that's crazy. It's a crazy person to be on all those medications and to still return back to the same thing over and over. What does the Bible say about the dog and the hog? The Bible says that the dog has returned to its vomit. The hog has went and wallowed in the mire again after it got cleaned up. After it got cleaned up. How many people do you see, they diet for a few weeks, they lose some weight, and then they go right back to their old eating habits? Not trying to offend. What about gastric bypass? How many people have you seen go through altering their digestive system, and 12 to 18 months later, they put all the weight back on and then some? We get cleaned up, and we go right back to the vomit. See, a dog, my little dog will go out there and eat grass when its stomach is sick, and it'll throw up what's making it sick. And if I don't watch it, it'll go right back over there and lick up the very stuff that made it sick. I know, TMI. But you're doing it too. At some point, you've just got to say, "I have settled this account. I am uninterested in what other people think about my eating lifestyle." Uninterested. And you know what will happen? As soon as you don't care what they think and you live this lifestyle anyway, here they come. Here they come. Will you help me? Of course I will, in the same way I got help in the name of Jesus. I'm just being honest. Stephanie, you're right. You're right. We cannot be possessed and saved, but we can be influenced. even Christ. The devil tried to influence Christ in the Garden of Gethsemane. So we can still be influenced. He can't have our soul. We're safe, I get you, but we can still be influenced. He wants to ruin your influence. He attacked Jesus Christ, the Son of God, in the Garden of Gethsemane. So he's still going to attack us. He just can't have us. When I get hungry or want alcohol, I ask the Holy Spirit for help with my self-control, and he always helps me too, Joy, me too. I truly believe God used Shibboleth to save my life. I began the school year after a 6-month battle with COVID. I don't know if I'd be able to teach the entire year. I began this journey November 6, 2021. It's turned my life around. I have more energy now than I've had in years. I feel good. Still a struggle sometimes, but God gives me the strength. God bless you. Who was that? Suzette. God bless you, Suzette. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Patty Bass. I'm on Facebook now. Patty Bass is with us. She's in the house. Yes, it is an addiction. It is. Any other questions or comments today? I guess the summary of today is I do this for me. I do this for me, and I do it unto God. You know, it's I'm an adult. I have liberty to go eat what I want, as much as I want, as often as I want, but then I have to pay the price. We reap what we sow. So I'd much rather reap delayed gratification rewards. Thank you, Pam. Let's see. I got a private question. How do I join a 4-week class? How do I join? We just started our second one. You could probably get caught up with us if you wanted to, or you can wait until we form the next one. Right now, we don't have enough people to form the third group, but I'm sure that won't take long to get enough people. So just send your request into group. Let me type that out for you. Yeah, group at myshibboleth.com, and either ask to put you on the waiting list for the next one that starts fresh, or ask if you can get caught up because we recorded last night's lesson 1. If you wait much longer, it'll be too late to jump in that group, but it was recorded. If you'd like to get caught up with last night's lesson on your own time. And then the second lesson for that one is next Monday at 8:15 p.m. Or you can just wait on the next one. I suspect it'll be a couple of weeks and we'll have enough for a brand new group. Yeah, I know it does say closed, Shonda, but I was thinking that she could email Sasha group at myshibboleth.com and she could probably get caught up. She'd probably get caught up. I would say just wait on the next one, but we don't have enough yet. It is technically a closed class now, but we have room for another 2 or 3 people. Anybody else? Yeah, there's never any deal breaker. Someone was mad at me yesterday. I forget what the topic was. And I have to say that a lot. There's no deal breaker. We're not trying to look for ways to exclude people or cause people to quit, or we have to start with a rule set somewhere, and then we are very flexible. We modify. We just want to help people. So, never look for a way out. Always look for a way in, everybody. Jettabug, I can't do that today. I am overwhelmed. I appreciate the question. Her question is, any estimated time on intermediate and advanced classes? I really feel like what we teach in the beginner classes compared to what's out there in the world is pretty advanced. But right now, Sasha and I are working from can to can't. So I would suspect you'll see those in September. I can't see that happening in August. I'm sorry if I've let you down. I just can't see it happening in August because it takes time to prepare, especially for intermediate and advanced stuff, because I know people are coming looking for something new. And that's the challenge with nutrition. It's like any other endeavor. What works is the basics. You don't need anything but the basics, but the challenge is, I think y'all understand this. I'm that way too. We all want something new all the time. So I have to get my thoughts together, prepare for the class, and do it the right way. And I love those intermediate and advanced topics about autophagy and intermittent fasting and elimination protocols. I love all that stuff. And it keeps me interested too, to be frank. But it's always the basics that we need to fall back on. Always, in everything. Even an NFL football team, they draw up those advanced plays, and when they start losing games, you know what the coaches always say? You athletes know this. The coaches always say, let's get back to the fundamentals. And I can't ever imagine a time when we're not focused on those fundamentals around here. But you have my word, if I have breath in me, that in September, maybe before, but I got to get my arms around my massive load right now and just running around trying to raise money every day to keep us going. So bear with me, and I'm sorry if I let you down. I know, Jitterbug, you deserve an advanced class. You've come so far. So just bear with us. We just don't have, if I had a lot of people that was ready for intermediate and advanced, I'd be on it. But I don't have but a handful that's ready for that. We need more, Jitterbug, you need to help me help more people lose weight so that they can advance and be ready for that. Anybody else? Any other questions? And I do want, I think I set up our advanced people for disappointment. And let me explain why. Do some of y'all realize that when we do these simple sessions that we're getting into some advanced topics? Hadn't y'all seen that happen in some of these sessions? So don't discount these sessions. Just because they're for beginners don't mean that y'all don't squeeze some intermediate and advanced stuff out of me. Yeah, Stephanie, you've already found maintenance. The reason I don't spend a lot of the valuable time, there's only 168 hours in a week. And what you really mean when you say maintenance, and I don't think you'll agree with this, but what you really mean is I need a support session with like-minded people. I want everybody to hear this. What you really are saying there, Stephanie, whether you know it or not, is I need a support session with like-minded people who've hit their goal weight and are trying to stay there. That's what you really mean, whether you know it or not. You have found maintenance. Let me ask y'all this. How many of you, as you got close to goal, the weight all but stopped? The weight loss all but stopped. And those last 5 to 10 pounds was excruciatingly hard to drop. See, you have found maintenance by default. You started at a weight up here, and you wanted to be a weight down here, and you started eating like the weight you wanted to be. And it moved fast for a while, but as you got close to the weight you wanted to be, you discovered maintenance. Now, for fun, I tell people like Jitterbug, who's still losing and needs to stop the weight loss, I say incorporate fruit as a snack by itself. These are maintenance things. I don't know it's worthy of an entire class, maybe a 15-minute video, but you shouldn't change anything, because once you go into maintenance, you already get double the holidays, right? You get double the holidays. So that's maintenance number one. Number two, you can have fruit as a snack by itself. And number three, you get to double your portion of category 3s when you have them in the right combination. And we suggest that you have more blue column combinations. That is maintenance in a nutshell. But you basically already found it. What you're saying when people need maintenance, they're like, I need to be around like-minded people that can help me maintain this weight and have already reached their goal weight too, which I feel like we do a lot of, but I think it can get frustrating to an advanced person to hear me go water, journal, combinations, portions, timing. Sasha gets emails all the time. They don't want to tell me because they know how I feel. So they'll say, could you talk to Travis about not going over the basics every time? It gets so old. We love Travis, but all he wants to talk about, we've already heard all that. I'm sorry, you need to hear it again and again and again and again. I'm mean, aren't I? Would y'all say that I know the program very well and that I implement it in my own life very well? You know why I do? Because all I focus on is the basics. And I incorporate intermittent fasting and exercise now. That's really the main differences. And I would suggest Jitterbug in maintenance, as you know, we start, which we offered with the partner stuff, we start exercising. You know. I feel bad about asking. Don't feel bad. I don't think any of the new people minds you asking advanced questions. And if it's one that would take me a full lesson to unpack, Jitterbug, I'll let you know. You won't get mad at me. But I think our new people would love to hear your advanced questions. Don't feel bad. Yeah, Sarah says, I truly feel once at ideal weight, there's 5 or so pounds that you play with all the time. So don't get bogged down with that. We have to just keep on the shield and exercise. You'll never get to a weight and stay there. That never happens. It's always up and down. My weight's never the same 2 days in a row. Never. It might be 200.1 or it might be 199.9, but it's never the same. There's always going to be fluctuation. Thank you, Carolyn. Carolyn says, changed her life. God bless you. On my feet all day, having knee replacement in September, going to stay on the program. Please. Please. I want the partner website to make a donation. I forgot what you said. I think it's actually just a page. There you go, Sandra. www.helpshibboleth.com. Thank you so much for considering that, sister. We love you. www.helpshibboleth.com. You can become a partner at $5 a month or more, or donate, or whatever, everyone. And you will get the partner perks. If you're not getting your partner perks, reach out to Sasha and let's find out why. Let's discover why you're not getting them. Talking to the group in general. Answering somebody's question, sorry. Private. All right. Anybody else? Y'all happy with today? Is all hearts and minds clear? Is everybody leaving in a good mood and not mad? We want you to be happy. World is full of angry people. Let's be a happy people. I missed, Nadine, I missed the email last night for the 4-week class. To begin the class, what can I do? Email us. Email us at, let me type that in. info@myshibboleth.com, and hopefully one of our team members can help you get started. Thank you, Samantha. All right, y'all. If our hearts and minds are clear, we'll just be at liberty to go, and good Lord willing, see you all tomorrow at 11. And again, thank you for your patience. We can never be good enough to y'all. We're working on stuff, and we hope that you'll enjoy some of the new stuff we're working so hard on. Circadian rhythm feature. There's just so much that we're working on to make the journey more fun, more interesting. Pray for us when you pray. We certainly need it right now. We're living not by sight, but by faith. And pray for our little ministry when you run out of things to pray for. And thank you again, partners. We appreciate y'all. God bless you, and we'll talk to you again soon.